Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode on Stockertim. Welcome to Stockertim, the investors channel. So this time around, I just want to actually dwell on Alphabet or the parent company of Google. The last time I did an episode on Google or Alphabet, as you may know it, was when I actually asked the question: Is Google stock now back? But between now and that time, Google stock has neither been here or there. In recent days, the stock has seen a few movement towards the upside. And the question is, what is still next for Google or Alphabet, which is the company name? Is Google now poised to take on the challenge, to start reclaiming back, a whole lot of the market capitalization that it has lost? The stock has really underperformed between January and now, year to date. Uh, a few other stocks in AI have actually recovered fully. The likes of Nvidia, the likes of AMD, and even Microsoft. Microsoft is now on a resurgence, but Alphabet or Google is still neither here nor there. So on this episode, I just want to actually share what I think is going on. Um, is Google really getting back the business, especially in terms of search? Will search continue to dwindle for Google, or the advertising business? Is it at risk because of AI boom and the fact that Google might not actually be the number one search engine? So on this episode, I'll be looking at that. Before I go on, every information I share on this channel or this episode is for education and information purpose only. Do your due diligence or consult a financial advisor before making any information or making any decision. So please subscribe, like this video, share this video. We will get more people to benefit. And also, please put on your notification bell so that you don't miss any update. So let's jump right in. So here is the year-to-date performance of Google Alphabet stock, Class A share. There's Class A and there's Class B, and if I even compare Class B and Class A of the stock, is almost the same. The same value in terms of year-to-date performance. There's also Class C as well. Let me add Class B so that we can have that full view of what exactly is going on. So, like I said, Google stock has really been on the back foot this year. The company really has not necessarily shown that it's going to actually withstand the pressure from OpenAI, from the likes of Perplexity, from the likes of Claude, from the likes of even Shield AI. One of the main reasons why this stock has really underperformed is that Google is an advertising business, and the backbone of the advertising business is the Google search. How does Google make so much money from search or advertising? When anyone searches for anything, either within major websites or on Google search engine itself, Google actually gets paid by advertisers or companies or agencies who actually want to rank higher on such keywords. Now, the likes of OpenAI, which is the company behind ChatGPT, they've seen unprecedented, unimaginable, and record level of usage. As a matter of fact, OpenAI has now recorded that its revenue has surged to about almost $10 billion, roughly on a monthly basis, which is quite huge. Given the fact that OpenAI is not even private, it's not even public yet, OpenAI has not even fully monetized ChatGPT or the LLM or some of the infrastructure in terms of AI for the enterprise. So, a whole lot of the traffic that Google gets, for instance, for me, I can't really remember how often I use Google search anymore. anything I want to search, if I don't use ChatGPT, I will use Grok, which belongs to Elon Musk's XAI, and I'll also use some other AI tools. Few of my searches are now done on the Google search, and that has shown even in the impact that quarter on quarter in the last couple of quarters now, maybe about 2 to 3 quarters now, Google search search volume has declined and it keeps declining. So that's exactly why investors are still asking the questions: is Google able to actually pull itself together and take on the challenge to become the search engine that people still want to use? And when people continue to use Google search engine, they will continue to actually make the record volume of revenue and also net income. Google still makes a lot of revenue. Google still makes a lot of revenue from advertising. Google actually, makes over $100 billion on a year on year. If I go down on this, you could actually see the net income on a quarterly basis is still around 34 billion dollars, and you can actually see the revenue as at the last March 2025. You could see almost $100 billion. So at the end of the day, Google's business is no doubt still very, very strong, but the fear of investors is that search volumes, Google's backbone, Google's cash cow, which makes the business almost 80 to 90% of its revenue and perhaps its net income, is now under threat. Because AI has now changed the way people ask questions on Google or even look for things and find things. Because AI even gives better results, better nuances, better insights to searches. So it's not just providing list of websites that actually has what you're looking for. It's providing answers, it's providing insight, it's solving problems, it's giving context, and also solving a whole lot of doubts that you have about searches. And it's also even performing tasks for yourself while you are doing searches. So that is why Google's business is now really, 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 really an endangered part of the tech ecosystem. If you also see, investors, the investors actually vote with their cash, with their exposure. You could see the stock is still down by 10% year to date. If you compare this, if I just take one off from here, I take one off as well, and I compare this with Nvidia. Nvidia is the bellwether of the AI ecosystem, the provider of the core AI infrastructure in terms of GPUs. You could actually see that Nvidia is now up year to date by about 14%. You could see that Nvidia actually recovered with the market, with the broader market, but Google didn't even recover and it still continued to underperform year to date. So, however, is this the end for Google? Is Google going to actually pull itself together, provide a better alternative to ChatGPT, or even reimagine Google search as we know it, and it becomes the default platform that will still win in the AI age? The Gemini, which Google is now pushing, is Gemini still going to be able to withstand the likes of ChatGPT, likes of Claude or Perplexity, and every other LLMs here and there? It is yet to be seen. Only time will tell. But what we can see now is that Google has not necessarily shown that it's able to actually reclaim the losses is making in terms of search volumes declining. And when search volume continues to decline, there will be revenue being lost quarter on quarter, year on year. So for me, I'll actually say the horizon for Google is still a buy, because if you look at the period when we had, I'm going to actually take out Nvidia, and I'm going to put a company that you are very, very conversant with, which is Meta Platform, the parent company of Facebook. So when Meta platform or Facebook came about, if we go back all time, let's just see how Google has reacted to the arrival of Meta or Facebook into the digital and the tech ecosystem. You could actually see that at a point Google even underperformed, but Google actually survived the onslaught of Meta or Facebook, and Google still was able to still continue to make so much money from advertising, which is cash cow. So at the end of the day, I believe this is likely going to play out the way it played out when Facebook came about, and Facebook still took about over 2 billion people on Facebook. Uh, Up until now, Facebook and Google continues to make so much money. Their positions continue to be very very strong in their own right, and I don't necessarily believe that it's going to be any way different. Google might still have some rough times to come, because if you compare these two stocks year to date, Meta platforms or Facebook is now up by about over 20%. Google is still down by about 10%. I believe in the next 6 months to a year, Google should be able to actually get its act together, because if you see what Google has done with Waymo, which is a robotaxi business, Google is now the leader. Even when the likes of GM, they were key car manufacturers, but Google was able to beat them to it. Google was able to even beat Tesla to robotaxi, and Google robotaxi in partnership with Uber is now doing very very well. So Google actually knows how to withstand adversity, withstand a whole lot of challenges when it comes to reacting to competition, when it comes to leading in innovation. So that's why I don't know if it tallies to what you think. So that's why I really want to hear from you. Comment in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think Google will bounce back? Do you think Google has what it takes to take on the age of AI and still become the default platform that everybody wants to ask questions, everybody wants to get things resolved, everybody wants to solve complex questions and get answers and get things done? I still believe Google has what it takes. I don't necessarily have the game of play for the Google management or board of directors, but I believe Google has shown it over time, and that's why I'm inviting everyone to actually join our community, our premium community, where we share much more insight, a whole lot of recommendation. Yes, it's not financial advice. You still have to talk to your financial advisor. You still have to do your own due diligence. It's basically education, information that is well curated, that is well streamlined to actually provide more quality insight for yourself. If you look up the link to the video to get more information is there. I've just dropped it here. I'll also drop the link to join the community in the comment section and the description of this video. Thank you so much. On that note, we'll bring this to a close. Do you think Google has what it takes to come back, especially to pull itself together, just like it's done in the past when the likes of Facebook came about, when the likes of Snapchat came about, when the likes of Instagram, WhatsApp came about? Even in the robotaxi business, Google was able to withstand. Cruise by GM crashed out, but Google is now winning and the winner in robotaxi. Completing thousands and hundreds of thousands of driverless trips in the US, Atlanta, in Texas, and the rest. With the likes of Uber, I believe Google has what it takes to still win in AI. So thank you for watching this episode. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel, put on the notification bell so that you don't miss any update. Till we meet again and in the next episode, please keep investing, keep growing. Take care and bye bye.